The following segment is sponsored by Creative Society.
When it comes to health, sometimes it is easier to mask the symptoms of a health problem than it is to treat it and fix it. And that's especially true when it comes to your pet's health. Dr. Donna Lambert and Craig Lambert are here from Creature Comforts Veterinary Resort and Suites. Hi.
Hey, Margaret, how are you?
Great. Where are you today?
Oh, yeah, we're mobile today. We kind of a spontaneous trip. We had our first date at the University of Georgia 30 years ago, and we just said, hey, let's go down there and hang out and spend the night. So just did a little eating, shopping, just reminiscing a little bit. Yeah.
Well, happy first date anniversary. We'd love to see a family business. You know, you can take off every once in a while and do something fun. Today we're talking about the proper treatment of chronic illness in our pets. So tell us what's happening all too often.
I think a lot of people don't realize that chronic disease, just like in people, happens in dogs and cats. And it can be really frustrating because people want a quick fix. They want a shot, a pill to make it all go away. And sometimes that's not possible. So we try to communicate right off the bat if we feel like a dog or cat has a chronic disease. You know, we try to explain it. Look, this is going to be a lifelong thing, or at least it's going to happen, you know, more often than you probably want it to. But here's our game plan. And you have to have a game plan with your vet on how to maintain your pet's health when there is no cure.
Yep.
So just communication with your vet, just to make sure you're doing things like you would maintain your car on a schedule, you know, things like that. You have to do these things sometimes with your pet.
I know illness can have an impact on the nutrition requirements of an animal, and some pet owners might have to rethink their animal's diet, right?
Absolutely. Many diseases, you know, are affected by their diet, and what you feed or don't feed can be very detrimental or helpful depending on what it is. So that's huge to make sure you know the requirements that disease carries for your pet, like chronic pancreatitis or diabetes. You don't ever want to feed ham or bacon or any kind of fatty things that can trigger it, and they'll be in the hospital. You know, it can be devastating.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think a lot of times too we see folks that it's the long-term application of specific medicines that sometimes mask the symptoms but don't provide a cure, and there are certain tremendously poor health results from that. I mean, what would be some examples of a disease that is kind of masked but not cured?
Well, like for instance, allergies are chronic. They're incurable for the most part, and many times medication can be prescribed to mask the symptoms, like a steroid shot, or long-term steroid oral medication. It's not curing the problem, and in fact, in the long run, it makes the animal's health much worse. So having a trusting relationship with your vet to make sure you're doing the right thing, not just masking symptoms, but actually trying to, you know, make their quality of life better in other ways, through other ways.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
Anything we can do for our pets to really care for them long term. And you all offer full service veterinary care. Talk to us about what makes Creature Comforts so unique.
Well, we're pretty much full service. I will say we don't do orthopedic surgery. We refer to a specialty practice for that because it is a very specialized branch of veterinary medicine. But we do wellness care, we do soft tissue surgery, we do x-rays, we do dentistry. We're pretty full service with the exception of orthopedic surgery.
Yeah, we're doing the ballet vet still, and got people pulling up, you know, just getting catered to, and our team's coming out. We're getting through it. We've been really busy. We're very thankful for that. Very thankful. Yeah, we actually had an incredibly scary moment where an animal was injured in our parking lot by the owner just last week. And when I say injured, it was actually ran over. And it was the weirdest thing that has ever happened in our facility. And our lead vet tech actually witnessed the whole thing happen, grabbed the dog up, and the lady's like, "What happened?" And she said, "You actually ran over the dog's head." And she was shaken and upset. And she said, "I am so glad there's veterinarians here."
Yes, this
because
pet was
it was
here for camp,
their
not for
first
vet
day of
hospital.
day camp. That was it. They were going to come and board for a few days after that, and they picked the dog up from day camp, and something happened with the leash, and the dog actually got ran over in the parking lot. It was just, you think you've seen it all. But that was a perfect example of what makes us unique. There's veterinarians right there. We're able to grab that dog up and check them out and make sure they're okay, shot x-rays. And I mean, like, nothing was wrong with this dog. It was totally a miracle.
That is amazing. And you love to hear those stories. And, hopefully you don't have anything like that happen anytime soon. But it goes to show you're prepared for anything. And people can learn more at creaturecomfortsresort.com or by calling the number on the screen. Craig, Dr. Donna, anything else that we didn't talk about that you want to throw out there before we go today?
Just the boarding is going strong. We've had many sold out weekends. People are traveling again. It's exciting. People are getting back to work. We're still operating the safe environment that we can.
I would say make sure you don't leave your pets inside your car right now. It's extremely hot. That could be lethal.
Yeah.
And if you're out doing hiking or anything with your pet, just make sure you monitor their temperature and make sure they have plenty of water and they're not getting overheated. This is that time of year where it's dangerous.
Yeah. The dog days.
Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip. It's always a pleasure checking in with you.
Thank you. You too, Margaret.
Thank you, Margaret.
Take care.